I still remember the moment my life collapsed. It wasn't loud or explosive. It was quiet, like the click of a door locking behind you forever. One signature, one false statement, and I was no longer their mother. Not legally, not physically. My children became strangers raised by someone who once called me sister. My brother, Anthony, used to be my best friend. He was the kind of boy who'd stand in front of me when our dad got too loud, who'd steal candy from the store just to make me smile. I trusted him more than anyone. I never saw the knife coming, not from his hand. After my divorce, things were hard. I won't lie and pretend I was perfect. I struggled. 2 kids under 6, a job that barely paid rent, no support from my ex. There were nights I cried on the kitchen floor after the kids fell asleep, hiding my tears in the dark because I had to be strong in the daylight. Anthony stepped in during those times. He brought groceries, picked the kids up from school, told me to breathe when the walls closed in. I thought it was love, family, loyalty, but I was blind. What I didn't know was that while I was surviving, Anthony was documenting. He took photos of the mess, the dishes piled up, the laundry undone. He filmed my breakdowns when I thought I was alone. He kept records of everything. Every time I raised my voice, every moment of exhaustion he could twist into instability. And he saved it all for court. The custody hearing was supposed to be routine. My ex had vanished, so I was simply renewing sole guardianship. But Anthony showed up with a lawyer and a stack of files, claiming he needed to intervene for the safety of the children. I laughed at first. I thought it was a joke. My own brother? He painted me as unstable. Said I left the kids alone, I never did. Claimed I had untreated mental health issues, I didn't. And told the court I was emotionally abusive. That part broke me the most. He used my love for my children as proof that I was possessive, that my devotion was dangerous. The judge ordered a temporary transfer of custody. I had 48 hours to hand my babies over to the same man who tore them from me with a smile on his face and a TV-ready speech about saving them from a broken home. He cried. On cue. Cameras outside the courtroom caught his tearful embrace with the kids. That clip went viral. Uncle Hero, they called him. And me? I was branded the unfit mother. The unstable woman. The villain in the fairy tale he manufactured. Then came the books. The podcast interviews. The silent crisis. How I rescued my nephew and niece from neglect. People lapped it up. He was invited to speak on panels about child advocacy. They asked him about his bravery. And he told them everything. Except the truth. I lost everything in months. My job wouldn't take me back after the media frenzy. The landlord didn't renew my lease. Parents at my kids' school avoided me in the grocery store. I became a ghost haunting the town I once belonged to. And Anthony, he bought a house. Big. White. Perfect. Sponsored by donations from supporters who believed his story. He posted photos with the kids, baking cookies, building treehouses, smiling at Disneyland. Their faces blurred just enough to avoid legal trouble, but visible enough to keep the narrative going. I tried to fight back. Hired a lawyer with the last of my savings. But the judge said the children were well adjusted, that uprooting them again would cause harm. They told me to wait, to prove myself. I did everything they asked. Therapy, parenting classes, court-monitored visits. But Anthony made sure the kids didn't trust me. He told them I had gotten sick. That I wasn't safe anymore. My daughter stopped calling me mom. My son wouldn't hug me during visits. I was losing them. For a long time, I gave up. I lived in a rented room above a nail salon, worked nights at a diner, and spent my days staring at old videos of my babies laughing in the bath. I hated Anthony. But more than that, I hated myself. For letting it happen, for being so blind, for loving him. Then one night, something changed. I got a call from a blocked number. It was my daughter, whispering into the phone from a bathroom. Mom, something's wrong with Uncle Anthony. My blood froze. She said he yells more now. He drinks. He calls her names when no one's around. My son told a teacher that Uncle locks us in our rooms when we're bad. The teacher called child services. But Anthony charmed them again. Trauma-induced exaggeration, they wrote in the report. That was when I realized. Anthony wasn't just a narcissist. He was dangerous. So I stopped waiting for the system to help me. I started documenting, just like he had. I filed requests, spoke with lawyers, connected with former friends of his who had fallen out with him over the years. People who knew pieces of the truth, but had stayed silent. I made a case slowly, quietly. Then I found the final crack in the armor. One of his ex-girlfriends reached out. Said he once hit her in front of the kids. That my daughter had hidden in the closet during it. I asked her to testify. She agreed. We submitted the affidavit, police records, texts, photos. And finally, the court listened. It's been 9 months since I got partial custody back. The kids are still scared sometimes. Still unsure who to trust. But they're healing. They sleep in their own beds now. I make pancakes on Saturdays. My daughter started calling me mom again, hesitantly at first, then all at once. Anthony's public image shattered overnight when the court records went public. The interviews dried up. Sponsors pulled out. His face disappeared from headlines, replaced by mine. Not as a villain. As a survivor. People say revenge is sweet, but they're wrong. What I wanted wasn't revenge. I wanted my life back. My children back. My name back. He underestimated me. He thought breaking me would make me disappear. But all he did was force me to become someone stronger. Someone who knows. The truth doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. And then it wins.